What's up, guys? Welcome back to Toy Lips.
Sir, I'm flaming.
In the spirit of the season, I want to take a look at the Marvel Legends retro carded Fantastic Four series Firelord. He was also a herald of Galactus. So he fits right in. It's not a super exciting figure, so we won't spend all day here. He looks really crispy on this retro card. Little bit of a read-up on the back. Nice shot of the character and an illustration featuring accessories. Warnings and barcodes at the bottom here. If you guys aren't familiar yet, like most of these retro cards, you can just actually break right into the bottom. Slip this clam out. Toss that sucker aside, and away we go! Pyrus Krill was your typical unpowered biped from the planet Xandar. Bold enough to confront Galactus himself, he was rewarded with power and compromise. Bestowed a portion of the power cosmic, he became Galactus' new herald, forced to serve the Devourer of Worlds. His unique take grants him the typical traits of a small star. With powers that encompass the entire electromagnetic spectrum, he is able to burn through nearly any object on Earth. This is a simple figure, but wouldn't you know it, out of the package, he looks great. Look at this head sculpt here. He's got a really nicely detailed face. Eyes are painted pretty cleanly, flaming eyebrows, that is an awesome effect. And this hair is a translucent cast piece here. So it looks like his head's always on fire. Otherwise, though, sadly, this is the Sunfire Spidey 2099 body mold with just painted on detail. The line work is all pretty clean, though. The colors are nice, classic, loud. No sense of shading or other fine detail, though, but I suppose if he's burning like a star out there, it's going to be white-hot light, you know? I was prepared for what it was going in, so I'm not unimpressed, though. Like I said, I think he looks a lot better out of the package here. Peg holes on the bottoms of the feet. Body mold dated 2016. An easy repaint and bit of reuse with a new head is pretty much all. He's just built to be as part of that retro carded Fantastic Four line. I think he looks great, unmistakably Firelord. For accessories, he features his staff as well as a couple of hands to hold it. The hands are nothing we haven't seen before, they're just painted red to match. But this staff is really nice, cast in like a gold plastic here for the base, and you get these translucent Q-tips. As you can see, too, the direction of the flames is sort of oriented to hold it maybe facing up this way. Though out in a vacuum, it's all relative, right? This is really the iconic weapon of the character, and he doesn't really need much more than this. Perhaps a little flight stand would be hot. Not even mad. For articulation, there's nothing new here, but he does feature a solid complement of points. Head is on a ball joint with a disc hinge there, which when they leave it gapped enough like that, you get good range. It'll come back this far, great for a flying character. He looks down this far, also pretty good, and he gets a really respectable amount of tilt because, again, they've left enough of a gap there. I don't think it looks weird from any particular angle, so I really think they've nailed that head position. He has butterfly jointed shoulders, so they'll come in this far and back this far. Pretty dang decent. Ball jointed shoulders, though, they'll come up to a T like so. They will rotate all the way around. Bicep cut, same deal. Double jointed elbow, comes up this far. Be careful, these are kind of soft, and if you force it, it'll push up further, but it'll actually tear right out of socket there. So just be mindful of that. The plastic isn't especially gummy or anything, but he's not, say, as stiff as some other figures. Wrists are all hinged in and out. He gets the good old-fashioned ab crunch, comes down quite a ways, and back a little bit as well. Rotates all the way around on that waist cut. Ball-jointed thighs come out to the sides pretty much all the way. Front like so. Back like so. You can tweak that by twisting that upper thigh cut a little to get that to appear to come further back if you should need. But that thigh cut will, of course, rotate all the way around. Double-jointed knees. Coming up this far, you get a cut at the calf that will also rotate. Ankles that'll come back this far, forward this far, and there's that rocker. Best in the game. Come on now. So nothing new, he's just a repaint, but it's really solid articulation. The Marvel Legends Michael Flatley Part 2 stands about 6.5 inches to the top of his flaming hair, rated comic book height of like 6'4". So to the top of wherever his head is in there, that works out to about right in a 1/12 scale. Rocking a few comparisons, here he is next to Nova and the Silver Surfer. Him and Norrin are both rocking the same body, so you see what I mean about repaints. But I think for consistency and uniformity across the line, my OCD digs on that. Just, don't get carried away. Add sculpted detail if it needs sculpted detail. In the case of Firelord, it could go either way. I think he looks fine. For comparison with a couple of comely cosmic crushers, we have the Marvel Legends Morg and the Mad Titan Thanos. Created in 1974 by Jerry Conway and John Buscema, Firelord first appeared in an issue of the Mighty Thor. Here he is next to the Odin Son and the Prince of Power. Hercules! Hercules! Here he is next to the recently reviewed Playmates Star Trek throwback Captain Jean-Luc Picard and the NECA Ninja Turtles Usagi Yojimbo. And finally, here he is next to Galactus and the Marvel Legends Morning Coffee Mostly Bucky Cap Deadpool.
You serve me now.
So at the end of the day, how am I feeling about Firelord? You ask me now versus before I opened the thing or before I even bought the thing. It's one of those classic cases where I'm a lot more excited to have this figure out of the package, in hand, jammed into Nova's stand there, in the hand of the Devourer even. I'm definitely a little more stoked on it, even though super basic figure. You guys can see that all day, right? It's just a painted up Sunfire body, another Human Torch style character, but it's a Herald of Galactus, and 'tis the season. That head sculpt is like the only new piece, and it's really, really nice. It really is. His flaming Q-tip accessory, that's also nice. I love the translucent pieces, man. You get me on that every time. It matches pretty well with Nova's stand even. You guys know the articulation is great. Of course, it's missing some toe joints. Who's got toe joints? Spider-Man, Beast. Diaphragm cut is far superior, I think, to the waist twist and ab crunch. And his damn gripping hands, they're not quite tight enough for the weight of that staff. Maybe if it was a little fatter, but the way that McFarlane Toys is doing it is some kind of joke to troll us with the super fat. That's ridiculous, man. Those guys are high. They're just printing them scaled too high. And they know that. That's weird. That's a different subject. What else would you give this guy for accessories? I don't know. But those are straight up the Wolverine hands. They came with Wolverine's motorcycle riding hands and they're painted red. It's fine. It is unmistakably Firelord. Brand new character. We have not had him in the line yet. So it's hard to complain. And I think Era, he was like $23, maybe. Not too bad. I'm sure you're looking at $25 though now for a repainted figure. So that's if you're cool with that. My opinion, sure, the price is going up and these weird increases have been garbage. It's mostly gross because they hit us with 2 of them. And then plus it's all over the place. But again, I'm not trying to defend Hasbro, but I'm trying to put it in context with all these other toy manufacturers. Like, what the hell is NECA's pricing scheme, dude? Like $45 for some of them, depending on the store you go to. It's nonsense. It's way all over the place. What's ultimate and what's not? You know what I'm saying? McFarlane Toys, $20 all day. That's great, man. Show those guys some love. But, Firelord. I'm happy with the Firelord figure, and I don't think there's any kind of weird false advertising. You see him in the package, you know what to expect. I like him a little better, personally, here out of the package than I thought I would. Doesn't he look great right there? So leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and you'll see me on to bigger and better things like right meow. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to check out that Galactus video if you haven't. I'm sure I'm plugging it right here.